Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Bringing this crew out is someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Brissett sets to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. What a great job getting pressure here in the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them Pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as a leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now it's Jackson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
People across the league got Dobbins picked as one of the likeliest breakout players for 2021. Unfortunately, that all changed after a torn ACL, but those expectations still remain the same for 2022. This is a guy who many believe can be one of the league's leaders in rushing this season and a true workhorse for the Baltimore backfield.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 22, Jackson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up a 1st and goal. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First and goal from the 6. Throwing is Jackson. The quick slant caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out of that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Tries the right side and finds Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensive with 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Brissett. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
At the 42-yard punt, they keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come to the offense as they take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got to stop CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Or they have one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and 3rd and 1 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he worked his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jordan Elliott gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Pulled in at the 24. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Brissett. He's got Njoku over the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick up, and keep moving.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's go, man. Put a little grip, baby. It's one play at a time, baby. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
It's hard to believe with all this production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a 1st down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Brissett. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. Second catch for him today, and they're running off a first down.
In so many ways, throwing hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but whatever you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now over 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get a 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
York able to send this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Ravens offense back out there. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as his new drive starts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That would complete to Prochet. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work across midfield. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Able to avoid him at the 40. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Tucker now following to make field goal, set to kick it away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Cleveland offense making their way out. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To begin drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to stand on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Still first down.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know? He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, it's caught. Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Brissett on 1st down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Chubb on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You on offense, you have a quarterback making tackles in the backfield. He's playing run all the way here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wissett. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes off with a touchdown reception.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, put it a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, well for a solid gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second manageable. Smart play, too. Did force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To throw again is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And they're going to have another first down. This is going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they come out and reestablish a tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. They've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. To throw is Jackson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. First down, Brissett. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. To throw, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The Browns send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. but no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Chubb running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet, he's going to have the 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. And quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside a 40-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Browns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go play action with Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
David Bell, the intended receiver.
3rd down here.
Well, that the defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Brissett. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you get, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Now Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
That one complete to Crochet. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground. Now, talk about this for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect our quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Escaping pressure. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run. It came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will get at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points to Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner. Both of those units in, they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Brissett. Wide open, Amari Cooper.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Brissett.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
In order to really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. York able to send this one through.
And that will tighten this one up a bit now. A one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that pickup on a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there on the option. Given 52 yards on the ground.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. When you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just repped up the runner for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Dobbins trying the left side. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop all right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Brissett to throw on first. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Madubuike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and control this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and have done so with ease.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Brissett. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. York now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, a long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up the 24. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you can nick downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brissett now. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And got to go thank the guys on D.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a time touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Swings this out for Hunt. So no gain on play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense, that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able football and make the play.
Set to throw for it on fourth. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The 30. 10. 5. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defense coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. 2:13 remaining. They have all free timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the 21 is second and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got Njoku, who's been tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got first and 10 as they search for a late score. Brissett's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Brissett. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Here's Brissett. And that's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brissett. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run with a man who's bounced around a bit. This is Mike Davis. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels, and to share it with the home team.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.